Barbell Brigade. I'm Gio.
Bossy Gio.
Welcome to Barbell Brigade. I'm Bossy Gio.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Lou. I'm Silent Mike.
Why are you making fun of everyone?
Why are you making fun of me?
Are you making fun of him?
We're best friends.
Why are you making fun of my Pokemon passion? My Poke passion, bro.
Just because you're the best trainer. Do they have a ranking on
Let
that?
him live his
I'll probably be up
dream.
there.
Yeah, I bet you would, dude.
I'm competitive, bro.
I bet you'd be
I'm
top.
really
I
competitive.
feel left out. I'm out of the memo here.
Oh, the black.
You don't Pokemon Go?
No,
I don't
zero.
Pokemon Go either.
Oh, no, it's all good. Look at
Pokemon Go, whatever.
No, I'm not. You guys are wearing the new shit. I'm wearing the old.
Wow.
That new she.
Wow,
It's fine.
Gio.
All right, bringing it back to what we really want to talk about today. Do you have to be sore in order to determine that you had a really good workout?
No.
No way, Jose.
No.
Yeah, I used to feel that way though. I used to feel like when my body, oh shit, never mind. You know what I'm about to say is not important because Professor Silent Mike is on the mic.
Let me tell you a thing or two about lactic acid buildup and DOMS.
Micro tears.
Delayed onset muscle soreness. That's what we call soreness. And basically what happens is if I wanted to get you sore, we could just do sets of 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm going into the Joker a little bit, huh? That was a little Heath Ledger. Yeah, that was getting a little weird.
Go back.
That was
Okay,
getting a little
it
weird.
was good, it was good.
He's like, he cut my face and...
No, go on. What were you saying? I was learning.
Yeah, so in the higher rep ranges, in the longer duration of training in terms of maybe high intensity would be the Krebs cycle. If you want to Google it, you could learn yourself, but that'd be like 10, maybe 30 seconds, and you go 30 seconds and beyond, perhaps maybe 30 reps and beyond, depending on how intense you're going. You'll get the lactic acid buildup and the soreness will be high.
ATP.
But that's not, it would not be, it might not be the best precursor or judgment of the efficiency or muscle protein synthesis.
What the fuck is going on?
He's having a seizure, man.
I know. What happened?
Whoa.
He went into character.
Yeah, I was trying. I'm a character actor. I get serious. I take my role serious. Take my role serious. You gave me these things. I put it on. I put it on for my
You
city.
delivered.
Sore. Do you have to be sore?
It also depends on your work capacity.
Talk to him.
So it's very specific. Obviously, if you have a low work capacity, you're gonna get sore immediately. And I actually have a pet peeve as well on coaches and trainers that usually just kind of throw their clients into really intense workouts, and a lot of these clients are sore immediately. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be sore. Being sore is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's micro tears. You're exposing your muscle to a new stress that's gonna help your muscle grow and be better, or be stronger, I should say. It's adapting, but I think that sometimes fundamentally, like they need to get down with the fundamentals and like show them basics and proper movements and proper mechanics. You know, like sometimes I see people training it at commercial gyms, and I'm just like, what are they doing to their clients? Like, they're trying to destroy them immediately. And to the general public, that's good. You know, like I'm sore, so that means that I'm having a good workout, and that's not necessarily good all the time. You know, you gotta learn form, you gotta learn mechanics, you gotta learn breathing. And that's just my pet peeve. But soreness is good in general. I mean, it's good because again, your tissue is gonna get stronger and bigger.
A couple
And
of
there's
things.
a good kind of soreness and a bad kind of soreness.
There is.
Yeah. A couple of things you said really stood out to me. You mentioned new stimulus,
Mm-hmm.
and you also mentioned adaptation, where our bodies are adapting. That's kind of the point of training. Is you do 3 sets of 3 at 225, then you adapt, and then maybe eventually you can do.
Trick it.
You can do 3 sets of 4 at
shock your body.
225.
Yeah.
Shock it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shock the body.
And so, and then new stimulus. If you're used to training for the last year, you do 3 sets of 20 at a certain exercise, and all of a sudden we do heavy sets of 5 to 1, you're gonna get sore that way. And the opposite, if you're used to doing
I'm sorry,
triples,
he's just
it's Mr.
distracted
Mobility
'cause
Wad
he's
over
giving,
here.
He's giving himself a massage.
I'm sorry. I was
Normally
thinking
we
about the
don't-
muscle fibers.
Normally we don't touch ourselves in public that way, Lou, but
It's all right.
if you're used to doing heavier sets of 1 to 5 and all of a sudden you're doing a set of 15, you're also going to get sore. Does that mean it's beneficiary? Maybe not.
I mean, it also is the different types of muscle fibers that you're targeting. You know, like the different speeds and the way that you're actually the amount of weight that you're loading is going to target, and the amount of time that you're actually doing it is going to target a different muscle fiber as well. So that's also going to get you sore.
I think that with everything that I always say, it's clarity within the way you're trying to communicate. So what does soreness mean, and then what does it mean for these different kinds of people? I know people to where if someone felt like they felt after a workout, they'd actually feel like they're dead. But to those people, it was just a training day. They don't feel that they're sore. It's just a byproduct of what it is that they do. So I think that being sore is a very loose term that is commonly known to associate some form of a feeling post-training. Yeah. Now that feeling, if you want to classify it as soreness, can have variations in who it is that's achieving that and how they're achieving it. So all the things that you guys say, I would concur with those things. The only thing I would say is that if you're new to training, there's ways to look at it, and I think the way to look at it is always like knowing yourself. That's what I keep on talking upon is kind of knowing what that means. If you're in a situation to where you physically can't move or it hurts to move, that soreness I don't think is always beneficial. Sometimes it's okay, but if you did an activity the day previous, whether you have adapted or not to it, and you feel that you did something, I think it's okay. But if I were to classify soreness as something that inhibits movement, or when you move, you like instantly go, oh, I don't know if my feet will be underneath me. I don't know if I'll be able to move my shoulder this way. That's a soreness I don't think should be achieved frequently. That's a soreness that gets achieved towards a maximal effort.
Or competition.
Or competition, or one of those things. Now it also depends on variance of training. There's a lot of athletes that get that sore, but their recovery is different and they're able to train through that soreness. That I think for like general population, what I'm getting at is that if you feel like you trained the day previously, that's good because you did. If you feel like you can't move because of the way you trained yesterday, doing that consistently is probably not good.
Right.
That's a very simple way of saying what you guys were saying.
I think Lou mentioned it, looking at, we use the commercial gym example as just one that maybe we use that as someone that's a less experienced coach or gym goer, right? When you say commercial gym, Lou, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Right. So same with Charlie is not only do you have to be experienced as a lifter, but you have to know experience of the coach. And the coach, same thing, a pet peeve of mine is like just people crushing people for the sake of crushing people.
It's fun.
And what you talked about, it could be fun. It could also cause injury. Because if we work too hard,
then you have a a long-term client because you got to fix them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and you send them over to your PT friend, and then you get a kickback for the PT commission. But
there you go.
You start to really
snap, crack, and pop.
You slowly push your boundaries and you adapt and grow. You push your boundaries too much, you literally get injured. Those are kind of one of our two things that are going to happen. And I think that's what Charlie's trying to get at. Like, if I can't move or my feet aren't going to be under me over a period of time because of this workout, chances are injury is more likely.
Yeah,
correct.
But we're not saying that if you've never really lifted and you all of a sudden start lifting hard and then you feel like you're too sore to move.
Maybe.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay to feel that because you've never done this movement before, and I've heard it time and time again when the new lifter gets under the bar or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, that's it. I'm gonna take a whole week off because I'm just too sore to move." And it's like, "Nah, buddy, come on, like cut it out.
And
like, you're fine."
a lot of times too, like to add on this, you guys would agree with this. There's a lot of times where I train and I kind of feel sore, but once I start moving, I feel really good. Yeah. So don't let the soreness negate you from training. I think that it's the devastation of soreness that keeps you from going to the gym. That's a soreness you want to avoid. But like I said, if you feel something because you trained the day before, guess what? You trained the day before, you're gonna feel it. I mean, there's always gonna be an effect for an action.
For sure. And you gotta progress with a plan intelligently.
Absolutely.
If you're not working out and all of a sudden you're doing 10 sets of 10 every single day on squats, you're gonna get injured.
Absolutely.
If you're doing 3 sets of 3 this week, maybe 3 sets of 4 next week, then 3 sets of 5, and then you get to a 5x5, and you can add another day. You progress that way, you're probably gonna be okay.
What are your thoughts on the soreness?
Just that, like, I guess I was more addressing the beginner lifter because I've heard that time and time again because I have, friends that aren't necessarily into fitness. So whenever they do get into it, they stop for a long period of time because they were too sore and they felt like they were injured. And it's like, no, actually that's a good soreness. That you're putting your muscles, under stress and you're actually getting stronger. But for them, they were like, no, I've never felt this way before. This is worse. So that's kind of like
I
my
felt
word.
better when I didn't work out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, really?
Like I spoke about this before, I think that there's so much more emotional about that and that approach than there really even is with training, because what you're showing is, and I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, but what you're showing is that once something gets hard, if I don't like it, I stop.
Yep.
and I get away from it. So that could be, and it's our job as professionals within this the fitness industry to say, hey, look, we've been here, we've gone through this, we understand. You're gonna be okay, and I'm gonna show you how, and we're gonna work together. We're gonna build prerequisite strength and be able to get through these things. Because a lot of times, someone who's new, no matter what it is they're doing, they need someone to lead them, and they need someone to hold them accountable. But without those two things, if you're on your own and you're just training, and you're like, shit, I went to the gym, I didn't know what to do. This machine said to curl it, kick it. I saw some big guy doing that, so I did that, and now I can't walk. Well, there's a lot of effort in that, and we think it's awesome. But bring someone else, maybe who doesn't even know as much as you, but you're just accountable to doing a little bit of research. And it's like, today we're just gonna do sit-ups and just try to go to the gym every day and walk and move, and then from there kind of grow. I think that if you do too much too early, you can get jacked up too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, how has working out improved your sex life?
Oh my God, dude.
Talk to him, Lou.
What are you talking about? You came up with this question, little pervert.
No, I know, but that's why.
So how's it improved your
It's
sex life?
fantastic.
Oh.
I feel like every
I'm
time
coming in the gym.
it
I'm
feels like
coming at home.
all the time. You see how he eggs me on?
No, I
just want to keep going.
What are you doing?
I get itchy.
Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou.
Hey, no, I can't. I'll keep going.
We'll keep going.
I think if you look at like sex as an action, it is an activity. So the more fit you'd be, I would say the more effective you'd be.
How are those hips?
Right?
Those hips don't lie, right?
Well, I actually like to go switch. I like to switch from sumo to conventional.
Oh, fucking
know,
gross.
Sumo.
Ew.
Are you talking sumo doggy?
Sumo anything.
You
bro.
go sumo doggy.
Yeah, I can.
That's called froggy, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a skill, bro.
Teach me.
You gotta
Oh, yeah.
squeeze the glutes and brace all at the same time.
Oh
Show
my
me.
God.
Will you show me? Show me. Stand up. I can't tell. Could you show me? Stand up and just imagine this is it. Show me, bud. Show me. Show me how. Oh yeah. That was.
It's got a round back
That was.
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know your
shit.
back
Was
is
it around
old.
back?
That's
Yeah.
a round back.
You would get
It's
3
because my
reps,
hips are
bro.
tight right now.
3 reps.
My hips are tight.
So I think the next question is, do you foam roll before
What did-
sex?
I mean, technically,
Is there
yes.
mobility?
She's the foam roll queen.
Is
you
there
measure?
mobility?
I mean, mobility, sometimes I could cramp up, but it just
Do
depends
you really cramp up? That sucks.
Sometimes I do.
Oh, that sucks.
Especially from the lower back
You would
after
kill her.
deadlifts. Or a heavy squat day.
So seriously, on a more serious note, from a female perspective, like working out, the psychology, because you know how like a lot of girls are very sensitive about their body, and then the stereotype is a lot of females like to turn off the light because we're like, what is he staring at? What if he sees the roll? What if he sees like the cellulite? Like, oh, this angle's not gonna make me look pretty or whatever. But just from working out, oh yeah, that's what goes on in our brains.
Yeah.
It's a lack of confidence and obviously it's body issues. But then the more females start working out, the more things start getting toned up, the confidence level boosts up, the posture looks better.
Toy like a toiger.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like, you know, what like the activity of sex, but I think in the mind, it's a lot more peace in there. And
confidence.
You can totally, confidence booster. And you can therefore enjoy sex more because unlike men, we're not so visual, we're more mental, right? So if in our head it's happy and it's clear, then we can totally enjoy sex a lot more. So personally, that's how I see it
And
helps.
that's the Dr. Drew show. Welcome to Love Line.
No,
What
it's
about
good.
you? Why are you quiet?
I was learning mobility.
What about
I don't know.
you, bro?
I've worked out for so long.
Oh, so you don't know anything else.
I think I worked
You've
out
been
since
a
8th
stallion.
grade.
I think
With variance in the way that you.
No.
Now I'm throwing this out.
Yeah.
With the variance in the way you train,
Yeah, I don't
did
think
you
so.
feel different either way?
I don't think so.
What about?
Are you more of like a 1 pump max, or are you
Yeah.
now like
1 rep max.
1 rep max?
Yeah, high frequency though.
Well, what about your body
Multiple-
type? Because I know you
So-
fluctuated in weight.
So what I do would actually
So you
say.
max out a lot.
Yeah, max out 7 days a week.
Wow.
What?
PE 7.
Yeah.
You,
So you're giving percentages.
yeah.
You
You,
get
can't go
it,
90.
Tiger.
You can't go 100 all the time. So sometimes it'd be 80%
Why
for a
not
triple
100?
triple pump. You'll fatigue
Oh,
yourself.
you triple pump shot.
Yeah. There's muscles
What
down
are you
there.
guys talking about? What?
So I would though agree with you, even though you said like it's a lady thing. I think it's a dude thing too. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like I feel
What?
better when I'm leaner, like mentally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You turn the light off.
I
and
don't
stuff?
think
You turn the light off too?
No, I just wear a parka.
I don't think I care.
Comes in with a robe. Hey.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Chappelle skit where they do wife swaps? And then, so it's like the wife, the white couple, the black couple, and then the white guy, he like only has sex through pulling out his wiener through his pee hole.
I don't.
In the
I don't
dark.
see what's so funny about that.
It's hilarious.
Seems
So that's
normal.
you?
You never seen
Yeah,
that?
that's what.
I
Yeah.
love Chappelle.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I don't know. But yeah, I'd imagine what you said, and then also the literally like a cardiovascular, muscular thing does play a role. It's like movement.
Yeah, and then mobility. Like if you're more flexible, I hear that's always fun.
Okay.
You just say I hear that's always fun.
I think
So they say.
You go.
Well, I think because I've been weight training, I think it's increased my sex drive for sure.
Oh.
A
You
million
think-
percent.
Test,
Oh, for sure. Like I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I mean
about
I've weight
girls?
trained before when I played other sports and stuff, and I played plenty of sports since I've been since I was
Ping
4 years
pong,
old.
Pokemon Go.
Everything.
Bowling,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah,
cards.
yeah.
you know,
Voltron Go.
Voltron,
Yeah.
Space Ghost,
Yeah,
Birdman.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Pong.
I'm so lost.
But yeah, Pogs,
Slammers.
Slammers, you know. But I think ever since I started weight training, my sex drive has gone up all the time because I'm down almost every day. Every day.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at if you're looking at it right, I think that you see a few things, right? So you see activity, right? So you see your ability to be able to perform, male or female. If you're deconditioned, that can become a chore, right? Not from personal experience, but just understanding that, right? So the better in shape you are, then you look at another thing too, which is confidence built through a feeling towards yourself or towards your partner. And then the other one I look at is that actually Dave Spitz talking about this. So literally when me and my wife conceived Miles, he's due in December, Dave told me that it was the best that we've actually trained for a long time, and that my wife was basically her peak of fitness. I mean, pulled 310, could do CrossFit workouts, all these different things, and I was fairly in shape. That there's this thing that people study called epigenetics, which means that the training that your mother and father have done leading up to conception, some of that would be able to be transferred into the child.
I've always wondered about that.
Yeah,
So like if
so-
I was born like fat, but then I got jacked, like just personally, I got yoked.
Yeah.
And then I had a kid. Is a kid more likely yoked or is
I
he?
don't know the true science
Yeah, I
behind
don't-
it.
I don't
but
know if
but
anybody does. I don't think anybody does,
But
yeah.
Dave said that there's a thought called, or there's a science called epigenetics, where that child then will have some of your all of the work that you've done that would be transferred into the child.
I think nobody knows yet because I did read some of it.
But if you do look at a lot of, like I train baseball players where they'll get drafted out of high school, but a lot of them it's like father played the MLB, so they're more likely to get the son. Or if you look at a lot of Olympians, it's a family lineage, almost like, I hate to use this example, but like good hunting dogs or sporting dogs usually come from one lineage. So you're looking at a way to develop, and you say, well, is it time and place? Is it what they're introduced to? But I definitely believe that
nature versus nurture.
Nature versus nurture, yeah. But I think, like I said, in like those three different areas, right? So activity, confidence, and then through that, if the end action for you is to conceive, that there is a benefit from being in shape. I know that my wife's pregnancy has been really awesome because she's super in shape and she's mentally tougher. So things are kind of like weighing on her. She's like, whatever, like I'm good to go. You know?
I've also heard that people who are generally more into fitness, it also, or for females, it facilitates birth as well.
Oh shit, I'm down. You just like stay tight, right? You
being
breathe.
in better shape.
It just comes out. That's what I heard.
Got the muscles to squeeze out.
Well, dang, if you didn't know, now you know. If there are any other questions that you would like to know, please leave those in the comments
That
below.
was really good sumo, bro.
Please, that was disgusting.
Round back, it was bad.
No,
Sorry,
that was
guys.
gross.
I don't know
Sore.
if you can penetrate with a flat
Please
back.
like
No,
the
you
video,
gotta throw your hips
share the
through.
video.
And head
Until
back.
next time,
Don't use
thank
Viagra.
you.
Work out.
Bye-bye. What is the truth about carbs? Are they good? Are they bad? And is it good or bad for dieting?
I want to make a confession.